Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Have Coloring Books Will Travel. My name is Laura. If you're a regular subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to the channel or this is your first time on the channel, if you like what you see here today, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it as it helps make my channel grow. Today, I'm going to do watercolor painting in a Bob Ross. I'm going to just show you guys the cover. Bob Ross Color by Number, okay? I've never tried watercolor paints in this book, so it's going to be a learning experience for me and for you guys, okay? I just thought all of a sudden, you know, I want a watercolor in this book. The paper is really thick. Okay, it's very thick, and I think it will hold the watercolor paint very well. Okay, so these are the paints I'm going to use. It's a Traveler watercolor set. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see the whole thing, and it's by Meeden. Right now, this is the only watercolors that I have at the moment. I really like this set. Because the colors are very vibrant. Oh, I don't have my my swatch sheet out, but that's okay. There's not much room on my table at the moment for recording, so I'm trying to limit what I have on my table. But anyway, I'm just going to move this over just a little. Okay, so I want to show you guys. So this is a Meeden 42 colors travel watercolor set, and it's medium is for art, watercolor and brush set, ready to use, compact size palette, excellent and complete color span. Okay, if you want any more information about it, there's the barcode, hhstps meedenart.com. Okay, and you can find them on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, etc. Okay, so I'm going to open the box so you guys can see. It's a watercolor set that folds out like this. All right. Okay, let me just show you guys what it looks like. Here we go. Okay. So this is what it looks like, and it's kind of dirty at the moment because I've been using it. Okay, so as you can see, it just fans out like this. Okay, sorry if it's kind of messy. Like I said, I've just been using it. So I don't know if you guys can see all the colors. Okay, so there's that color. And then this one, okay, and then all these beautiful greens, okay, and then we have the blues, okay, and I see this black here is kind of cracked. It's looking pretty thin now because I've used it quite a bit, so there's that one. All right, so that's the set, okay. So what I'm going to do, this is the color key. I'm going to try my best to match the colors properly on here, on this book here. But however, I might not be able to find the exact color. So what I'm going to do now is, because I don't have much space, I'm going to put down a, sorry that this is dirty, guys. This is what I used for my, and I'm just going to put it on this side. Okay, maybe like this. I'm just going to put it on this side so that it, you know, I have something to put the watercolor set on, because it's going to be a bit messy because it doesn't have any. So I don't know if you guys can see that. You probably can't. But anyways, I have it over to the side over here, right beside the book. When I use colors, I'm going to put the color and put it over here, but I just wanted to show you guys the color key. So this color key folds out, and all the pictures are here of what it's supposed to look like, okay? So for this purpose of this video, I'm just going to like keep the color key out, and we're going to color this page in the book. Okay, this is page 87. I believe that this book has over 150 pages. One day I will do a flip of this book, okay? But today I just wanted to try some watercolor paint in it. So this book has 191 pictures. Okay, so I got a piece of paper underneath, okay? And I think we're going to try this page today. So this could be possibly 2 videos. I'm going to go to a certain point because I want to let it dry, and then I'll continue on with another video if need be. Anyway, so thanks for you guys for joining me today. I'm going to start with using these Meeden water brushes, okay? If I find they're not working the way I want it to in the book, then I'll switch to this, which I got from Temu. This is a very popular brush set. It's by Warson paintbrushes. This is a very popular set, and a lot of people that in their videos they show these brushes because it's got many different sizes of brush, which I might have to pull out some of these, so I have these ready just in case I need to do that. All right, okay, so let's see here. I'm looking at the page right now, and I think I'm going to start with something that has a lot of theme. So how about we start with number 13? So number 13 is olive. So what do I have that's close to olive color? No, that's yellow green. That's green. Okay. 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 All right. I think I'm going to use this one here for the olive. Okay, so I'm just going to spray it right now. You know, you guys, you don't have to use these exact colors on here. I mean, if you don't have the proper color, then, you know, you just kind of do with what you need to do, okay? So in the meantime, I'm just going to let it sit for a moment, and I think I'm going to use this brush to start. It's still a bit wet from the last time I used it, so I'm just going to wipe it. Okay, just let it sit for another minute. So I'm using this one in place of the olive color, because this palette doesn't have very, it only has so many colors. I believe it's 24. Oh, 42 colors. Okay, 42 colors. And this Bob Ross book requires 35 colors, okay? So just because I'm going to use this one color right at the moment, I'm going to close this so that so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so okay, I'm just adding a bit more water to it, letting it sit for a moment. Okay, so number 13. Here we go. So far, it's looking pretty good. Okay, just gotta kind of get to the edges right here. Yeah, it spreads really nicely. Oop, I went over a little bit onto the 19 there, but that's okay. That's what happens with watercolor sometimes. You just, you know, you go over. But what can you do? It's the nature of painting. It gives it more ambiance and it looks more beautiful, right? Like, more natural effect. Wow, you guys, okay, these paint brushes are really good. Okay, these water brushes. And with this paper, it's It's actually really good. So like I said, I'm trying my best not to go over the lines, but sometimes it's all part of the process, right? So now these are little, you kind of have to put your wrist at a certain angle just to get these little edges here. Okay, now that I got the edges, I'm just gonna give it a little bit more of a, okay. Okay, so I have another brush, which is a little bit thinner. This one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this here, and then I'm gonna use this one, kind of just to spread it out a little bit better. So like I said, this is my first time using watercolor in this book, so we are learning together in this video. Okay, and I don't want to put too much on it because I don't want it to make the page too wrinkled. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Sorry guys, that's my computer making a sound. Just give me 1 second. Oh, I turn it off. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave that 13 like that, and I'm going to move on to the next 13. I'm just going to put this brush right here. So you, okay. So let's move on to the next 13. Because like I said, I don't want to make it too watery, but so far it looks good. Okay, so for this section right here, I'm going to still use this brush. Again, you kind of have to move your hand in a little bit of an awkward angle just to get in the edges there. Now, one thing about this book is the numbers are kind of dark, so it's very unlikely that you'll be able to color the numbers completely. I used pencils, colored pencils on and markers on some other pages in this book, and you can still see the numbers on it, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? To me, it's more of how the end result looks, right? So I'm just gonna bring some more of this paint down here. Okay. So guys, I got this Meeden Watercolour travel set off of Amazon, and I got it around Christmas time. It was my Christmas present to myself, and I gotta say, I'm very impressed with these paints. You know, they're very pigmented. They go down very well. I'm sorry, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I remember it was a really good price because, you know, I got the brushes that came with it, which is really nice. Okay. Okay, so that one's done. I'm just going to leave the little streaks in there for now because I kind of want to see how the page is going to look like that, because it might give it more, might make it look better. Okay. I know this isn't exactly olive green, but sometimes you just gotta, you know, live on the edge a little bit and just change things, you know. So I'm happy with it. You don't always have to go by the, if any of you guys have ever done like a color by number, I'm pretty sure there's been colors that you didn't have like in the medium that you were going to use at the time, so you just swapped it with a different color, right? I'm not that experienced with watercolor or any paints for that matter, so I'm not really sure, to be honest, like how to mix colors properly to make colors. That's it, because I'm such a beginner at it, that will come eventually. Okay, so like right now I'm just going with the flow, you know, just having fun with it. That's what it's all about, right? Like when you color, it's all about having fun, you know, enjoying the process, right? Again, like I could always go over this after, like once it dries, I might just do that, you know, but for now I'm just going to leave it. Because in the end result, it might look really good in the end, right? I mean, because like when you think about it, when you color trees are all different colors anyway. And like leaves and stuff are all different like shapes and dimensions. So even trees, like when you look at trees like in nature or whatever, they're not always like one particular color. So, you know, okay, so if even having the streaks in it might give it a little bit more dimension, right? Okay, so that 13's done. So I'm going to go on to the next one, but I want to see if there's a big one, because there's a few small ones here, which I might use the little brush for. Okay, so... Okay, I'm going to try this 13 over here. I'm just going to move my chair over a little bit. Add a little bit more water to this. I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Yesterday I was really, really tired from work, so I did a lot yesterday, so today I just went out and did a few errands this morning, and I came back home, and I'm just gonna have fun for the rest of the day, like coloring and doing my diamond painting, and now trying the watercolor, because I finished a coloring page earlier. If you guys haven't seen it, it's actually on my page. It's under the shorts section on my YouTube channel. It said complete, oh, oopsies, I went over there a little bit. It's a completed page from the Lulu Mayo book that I had. I believe it's 1 Million Sea Creatures book. So be sure to check out that short so you can see the finished page I completed this morning. Sometimes at night I don't sleep, so I'm up sometimes at like 1 or 2 in the morning, so that's why it's also good to have these hobbies, because it's good for me to do when I have insomnia to clear my mind. So I do a lot of my coloring and stuff when I get up when I have insomnia, right? So, and it helps. So, okay, this one's being a little bit of a So I'm happy right now. My cats usually want to be involved in what I'm doing. And so far, knock on wood, they've been pretty good and not coming over here and disturbing me while I'm filming. So wow, it's looking really good so far, guys. I'm just going to double check the back, because that'll tell me if it's going to wrinkle or not. It's a little bit wrinkled, not too bad. Doesn't look like the page at all on top is wrinkled, so that's pretty good. That's a good sign. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but I'll pretty much stop whenever, you know, I get tired or whatever of my cats are getting anxious, and I'll just stop, right? But I want to get at least one number done today, because, you know, that would be fun. A lot of times, even when I color, I like to try to finish up the section that I'm doing, because, I mean, I do write down, like, the medias that I use in the color. Just sometimes I forget, and then when I go back, it doesn't match. Like, if I think it's a color, if I don't write it down. So I always like to try to do, like, one section or one number at a time when I'm doing watercoloring, or, like, regular coloring, or even, like, color by number, same thing, you know. Wow, guys, I'm really impressed with how this is, like, laying down on the paper, and how vibrant the color is. So wow, I'm having a lot of fun. I hope that you guys are having fun watching this, you know. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, a couple small 13s there, another 13 there, another 13 there. Any 13s down here that I can see? Oh yeah, there's one right here. So maybe, maybe I might try the smaller brush for this one. I'm gonna try it at first and see how it works out, and then go from there. The trick with using these in, like, coloring books that are not like watercolor paper is to not use too much water, okay? The more water that you use, then the more the paper is going to crinkle and, you know, unbuckle and everything. But so far, like I said, I'm really impressed with how the paper is handling this. For my first time trying these watercolor paints, and watercolor paints actually in this book, I'm really impressed with how it turned out so far. I mean, eventually I want to get like a watercolor pan set, you know, with lots of different colors. And also I'll try to link this book and also these paints and this as well, the other paintbrushes that I have, if I can, because I'm still a new YouTuber. I don't think I can link, but I'll try my best. It won't link properly, but just know, like, I got this book from Amazon, these Meeden paints from Amazon, and those other paintbrushes that I showed you in the beginning I got from Temu. Okay? Okay, I'm on a roll here. All right. Now that I have the small brush out, I'm going to try to do some small areas here. I like it when two colors are side by side, actually, because then you don't have to worry if the paint goes over the lines a little bit. But so far, the paint's only gone over a little bit on some of the areas that I've colored. So I'm doing this without wearing my glasses because sometimes it's hard for me to color with my glasses on and whatnot, just because, well, right now it's hard for me to color or paint because the light is too bright, like when I have my glasses on. So, but sometimes it's just easier for me to see because my glasses are for distance. It's easier for me to see up close when I don't have my glasses on. So, okay, so that's that one. Wow, you guys, I should have used this brush right from the beginning. This one is really good, actually, to get in these deep, like these deep corners here. I'm just going to paint over these lines at the moment, but I'll go back over it in the end when the picture is dry, when I'm finished, and go over it with black on these lines that are in here, these ones right here. I also want to try gouache in these. I don't have, like, I have a lot of different mediums, but I don't have gouache paint, and that is on my list. Right now I'm trying to be on a no-buy right at the moment, you know, because life is so expensive, and, you know, I'm trying to be good. I actually did really good. I went like for a month and a half actually, without buying anything. And then I discovered diamond painting, and then that was it. I went crazy and bought a whole bunch of diamond paintings. And there is a couple of coloring books that I want to buy to add to my collection. Usually when I buy new coloring books, there's a couple of coloring books that I get rid of from my collection, because, you know, something that you might have liked, a coloring book you might have liked like a couple of years ago, it might not be of interest to you anymore. And then, you know, so I have gotten rid of a lot of, like, I've you know, given them away to people and whatnot. So as long as it can make somebody else happy, then, you know, I'm happy. So tell me what you guys think so far of how this is turning out. I think it looks really good. Like I said, I might go in the next video or like off camera, I might just go over it again when I'm done this number 13, right? Just to you know, see how it looks. I mean, with watercolor paints, you can do many layers, right? That's what I like about it. So, but so far I'm liking how it looks. Do you guys like these streaks? I don't mind it. I think it gives the page an interesting look, right? Like all these trees so far. Okay. Let's see what we're at. We're at 30 minutes. Okay, that's good. I'm going to try to keep this under an hour for you guys. If I can do all the 13s, then I'm going to cut it there and then continue with part 2. Like, I'll probably film part 2 right after this, but I'll put up part 1 and then, right, and once I'm done 13, then I'll film the next part, so it's not all in one video, because that would be too long for you guys, right? So I personally like the long videos. I know some people like, I try to do a variety of short videos and long videos because I like the long videos. Like when I'm coloring or doing diamond painting, I usually have YouTube on. So I don't like to always stop what I'm doing and have to switch to another video. I'd rather go for like half an hour to an hour without having to turn it to another video. So that's why I prefer the long videos, right? So, and because it, you know, I enjoy like just sitting back and like watching a YouTube video while I'm doing this, you know, and just like listening and being off in my own little world. So yeah, I love the long videos. Like I said, then I don't have to keep leaving what I'm doing to change videos. I mean, I do, don't get me wrong, I do on occasion like watch a short video. I'll watch a couple, you know, if I just feel like it. Okay, actually, I think I should outline this part first. Yeah, I think I better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Okay, one thing I gotta say to you guys is that this paint does not dry very quickly. Oh, actually, sorry. I'm wrong. So when it's on the paper, it dries really quickly. However, this, when it's wet, it doesn't dry that quickly. So just be careful, like when you're packing it away, that it's still going to be wet. So yeah, this is some pretty tight spaces in this one down here. Sorry if I go quiet when I'm on camera here. I get into concentration mode and then I just forget that I'm filming, right? So actually, I know I put paint on that other brush, but I think I'm just gonna color this whole section here with this brush. What I like about these brushes, you guys, is that this one has a push button, right? It's easy to push. So I really like that it has a push button to push to get the water to come out. Some of them don't have, some water brushes don't have that, and you gotta squeeze the whole entire tube, which actually really hurts my fingers and my wrists. So I'm really happy with this brand of water brushes from Meeden, right? Today is a gorgeous sunny day, and I was out in it earlier. I don't know where you guys are from, but I'm from BC, and our Vancouver Canucks have made it into the playoffs for the first time in like over 10 years. So they're in the first round right now, starting today. So I hope they make it. It'll be nice for us, but I'm not a big hockey fan. I know, I can't believe that. I'm Canadian and I'm not a big hockey fan. I'm more into like football, like BC Lions, NFL, you know, that kind of stuff. I used to watch more sports, and then I found like coloring and all my hobbies, so I spent a lot more time working and doing my hobbies and stuff like that. So, but I do follow along with what's happening like in sports. Sorry guys, my nose is really itchy today. Allergies. Like golf and stuff like that. Like I'll always, you know, look up the updates on all the sports, especially if it's like the Olympics or especially figure skating in the Olympics. That's my favorite, right? So last year, yeah, was it last year? Yeah. Not this year, because we didn't have much snow this year. I couldn't snowshoe, but last year was the first year ever I went snowshoeing for the first time in my life. I bought myself some new like my first ever pair of snowshoes last year for my birthday in 22. So a friend of mine and I went snowshoeing, and we did a trail, and I was so happy with myself, like how good I did. And so I was really disappointed that, I know that's gonna make a mess there, but oh well. What can you do when you're watercolor painting? But anyways, I was kind of disappointed that this year I couldn't get up to the mountain because there was no snow, right? So I may just cover that over, like I may put washi tape around this to cover that up. That little mistake I made there. But like Bob Ross would say, it's a happy accident, right? I used to love watching his painting videos when I was younger. I found it kind of soothing just to watch it, you know. Yeah, he had such a soothing voice, right? And he loved animals. He was always bringing some animals onto the show, like he had a pet squirrel that he would bring on the show and take care of it and all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see how we're sitting for 13s here. Okay, so that's 13. A lot of times I will probably end up missing one, like before I end this video. Okay, that's 10 there. 9, 13, 13. So I think I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna move this out of the way. This 13 over here. See how easy that water flows when I just press the button? I'm so happy that spring is here, though. I love spring. Spring and fall are my favorite times of year. I don't like it when it gets too hot. Where I live, we get a lot of snow in the winter time, so it's like I don't like it. I only like snow when it's up in the mountains because, you know, I work in a job where, I mean, technically I don't really have to go, but it's like I feel, so I work in a hospital, so I, you know, sometimes we're kind of required to be there, obviously, so I have snow tires for my car now, so I'm happy about that. So that gets me to work when the weather's like terrible. You know what other short I did the other day, guys, on my thing? I did a short of some birds chirping at 5:30 in the morning. That was so nice. When I left for work, I just heard the birds chirping. That's why I love spring so much. Okay, we're at 41 minutes. Looking good, looking good. So I'm going to try to do this without touching. I mean, once it dries, it's okay. Yeah, some days the weather is so unpredictable. Like they said it was going to rain all weekend, and we've had such a beautiful weekend with sun and like warm weather. I'm a rain lover, so I don't mind it when it rains, actually, to be honest. So I really love this color. Yeah, like I said, eventually I'm going to learn more about mixing colors and what I need to get a book about mixing colors. Okay, so that's that one. And this pen's going to fall down here. Okay. All right, is that pretty dry? Not bad. Should be okay to paint this. Whenever I do anything like paint by number-ish or like diamond painting, or I always start with a section that's big or a section that has a lot of the same number, like, or a color that has a lot of the same number. That's why I picked 13, because I saw that there was a lot on the page. Or like with diamond painting, I'll try to do, if I can, I'll do the background first, because I find when I do the background first, then it helps find, you know, the other numbers and letters in diamond painting a lot clearer if I do the background first. And sometimes I even do that on coloring pages. I'll do the background first, you know, just because it makes it easier for me to find like the smaller detail on a coloring page that might be hidden hidden in like with a background, right? So okay, see this, guys, like another thing I like about this is it doesn't drip, right? Like, you know how some paints will like be so watery that it'll drip on your page? This one does not drip. Okay, so and also because this is my first time doing water painting like in a book like this, I, you know, will eventually learn techniques that I can learn about how to get rid of the streaks when I'm painting. You know, there's maybe a trick to it, but again, like I said, you guys are learning along with me doing this. So, but I like what I see so far. Okay, cat hair, I mean. Okay, number 13 over here. Looks like we're almost done the 13s, which will be good. Then I can clean it up a bit off video. This is so relaxing. I have a couple of color by number books. I believe I have one Christmas one regular one with like just regular images, and then I have this one. Honestly, I'm not a huge color by number fan, but it's nice once in a while to just go onto a page and, you know, not have to think about colors and just have fun. Enjoy the process, right? Okay, I can see this one's getting down to the bottom, which is okay because there's not really a lot of, you know, paint. And like I said, this paint wasn't very expensive, but I have gotten a lot of use out of it so far since I got it. Okay. So let me see, is there any more 13s? I don't see any more 13s. Just doing another quick scan because I always tend to miss, you know, I think there isn't a number there and then all of a sudden I'll find it after. Okay. All right, so on that note, I'm going to end the video here, guys, and thank you for joining me on trying the watercolors on this Bob Ross color by number book. I'm happy that you are here with me, and off camera I'm going to go and paint over this and see if I can make it a bit smoother. If not, I'm happy with the result so far. So yeah, enjoy. Look out for the next video. It'll be part 2. Okay? So anyways, thank you guys. Like and subscribe. See you soon. See you soon on my next video. Thank you.